I spent 3 full years strategizing for this team. Over those 3 years, my teammates kept leveling up thanks to my damage-sharing talent, pushing Team Dawnlight from total obscurity all the way to second in the entire school. But right before the combat exam, they wanted me to leave the team voluntarily, just because I have no damage output. Caden, just quit the team already. You're a support class. You can't heal, you have no crowd control, and your tanking ability is even worse than an average frontliner. Blair is right. Caden, we're not putting you down, just telling the truth. Your class may be rare quality, but it's just too weak. Me? Weak? If I hadn't worked my butt off on strategies, could you have cleared the Gloom Forest first? If I hadn't been sharing your damage for you, could you have walked out of that dungeon without a scratch? Caden, you can't put it that way. Without our damage output, could you have killed anything or leveled up? Caden, stop making a scene and save yourself some dignity. Wade is right. Your presence has seriously slowed down our dungeon runs. Cutting you from the team is for the good of everyone. Fine then. Since you all want me gone so badly, let me return what originally belonged to you. Damage sharing, activate. Caden, what did you do to us? From this day forward, I, Caden, am no longer a member of Team Dawnlight. With only 1 month left before the exam, there probably isn't a single team looking for members now. I really raised 4 ungrateful snakes. Player departure from team detected. System activation conditions met. Bond system now online. My cheat code just activated. Starting team points, 100%. Your power equals the combined strength of your entire team. You will share your teammates' skills, experience, and stats. Sharing teammates' stats and skills? So if I form a team of 6, my own stats would be off the charts. But in my current situation, nobody is going to want to team up with me. Helena? What does she want? Blair may be worthless, but Helena has always been good to me. Hello, Helena. Oh, Caden, are you free right now? I ran into some trouble over on Antique Street. Could you come over? Helena, don't worry, I'm on my way. Helena has always looked out for me. If she's in trouble, I can't just ignore it. What is going on? I can actually see other people's information? Is this the system's power? True sight function now active. As a team captain, you must possess keen eyes to identify and utilize talent. True sight. This is a bonus ability from the system that lets me see people's info. Level 1, Spirit Phase, Trainee. Wait, isn't that the trainee? Singing, dancing, rapping, and mild kidney deficiency? System, isn't this a bit too detailed? You can even detect that? But this ability is incredible though. I can see people's class, level, and even their physical condition. Wait, what's this? So team points can be used to change someone's class. In this world, everyone's class is fixed, but I can change them. System, how do I earn team points? When your team achieves public glory or completes achievements, you will receive team points. So the stronger my team gets, the more team points I earn, and those points can power up my teammates. This is a perfect loop. Everyone, come look. This guy broke my stuff and won't pay. I did not. I barely touched it and it fell apart. I don't care. This is an antique. You broke it. You owe me 50,000. You're not leaving until you pay. 50,000 for this piece of junk? You're scamming me. Caden, you're here. Who are you? This is none of your business. System, show me his personal info. So his daughter has been infected by Wraith miasma. That's why he's running scams here. Sir, don't you want to save your daughter? You. How do you know? Your daughter isn't sick. She's been infected by Wraith miasma. Sir, if you can see through all this, you must have real skill. Please save my daughter. I can't cure your daughter. But even though I can't, I can point you in the right direction. Stop wasting money at hospitals. Try visiting a Taoist temple instead. It might actually work. Thank you, sir. Caden, I had no idea you knew so much. Thank you for earlier. Helena, it's the least I could do. Don't mention it. System, pull up Helena's profile. Thunderwielder. Rare class. Helena was once a rare class holder. Unfortunately, due to class backlash from the Thunderwielder, her level dropped all the way to 14. Her profile says Helena's body has accumulated lightning poison. Doesn't that mean she doesn't have long to live? System, can Helena undergo a class change? Rare class Thunderwielder can be converted to hidden class Celestial Sovereign for 80 team points, while removing all negative status effects. Caden, please don't tell Blair about what happened today. I won't tell her, because I already left the team today. Why? Did Blair and the others do something to upset you? I'll tell Blair to fix it. There's no need, Helena. They said I had no damage output. I left on my own. I'm sorry, Caden. I spoiled that child growing up. She always took other people's efforts for granted. It's my fault for not raising her right. Helena, I'd like to invite you to join my team. Would that be okay? Caden, I know you desperately need teammates after being kicked out, but I'm not a student. I can't take the exam with you. Helena, I know that. Helena, as long as you join my team, I can remove the lightning poison from your body. Caden, how do you know about that? Spend 80 team points to perform class change? Confirmed. 12 years. The thing that tormented me for 12 years is just gone. Your class has been changed to Celestial Sovereign. A hidden class? How did I become a hidden class? Wait, these stats are insane. And these skills, every single one is useful. So this is what a hidden class looks like. You have successfully invited Helena to your team. Shared stats from teammate received. Strength plus 392. Agility plus 380. Constitution plus 240. System, open my stats panel. My strength just jumped from 170 all the way to 562. This boost is absolutely insane. And these skills, the names alone sound absolutely overpowered. Is this the true power of a hidden class? Caden, is your class really burden bearer? Well, Helena, my class has undergone some kind of mutation. Helena, please keep this a secret, okay? Caden can actually change other people's classes. If this gets out, the entire world's class system would be shaken to its core. Don't worry, Caden, I won't breathe a word. Caden, I truly don't know how to thank you for today. If it weren't for you, I might have already been scammed out of 50,000 by that vendor, let alone getting a hidden class. A class change like this, I never dreamed it was possible. Caden, if you ever need anything, just say the word. Helena, you really don't have to. By the way, Caden, what are you going to do next? There's only a month until the exam. You still need 4 more teammates, right? I'll check the school's recruitment board tomorrow. There probably aren't many students without a team at this point, but I have to try. The stat boost from the system even makes walking feel lighter. This actually feels pretty good. What's going on? Why are so many people gathered here? That's the 5th blacklisted member, right? No kidding. When were the last ones? 1 2 years ago, 2 in a row last year, and now another one. Team Dawnlight, isn't that Blair's team? This Caden guy was their support. Yeah, that's the one. Supposedly a rare class called Burden Bearer or something. Isn't that pretty strong? How'd he get reported by his entire team? Who knows? There must be a reason. You can't say all 4 of them are lying, right? True. But getting kicked at this point basically means no chance at the exam, right? When I left the team yesterday, I already knew Blair and the others wouldn't let it go, but I never expected them to hit this hard. Blacklisted member. Once your name goes on that list, it practically means no other team will ever take you. Blair, you really are ruthless. Dean Harris, I want to see the evidence Team Dawnlight submitted to have me blacklisted. This afternoon, the school will be organizing senior students to enter the Withered Forest Dungeon. It's a special dungeon resource the school applied for. The withered essence inside is extremely helpful for breaking through level bottlenecks. Rather than worrying about how to overturn your blacklisting, you should focus on what's right in front of you. Given the students' own pace, the school-organized dungeon requirements aren't as strict as the exam. You don't necessarily need a full 5-man team. As long as you have at least 2 people who can watch each other's backs, you can enter the dungeon. 2 people. That means I just need to find 1 more teammate, and I can join today's dungeon run. This is actually a real opportunity. Caden, let me introduce you to a fellow student. You 2 can team up for now. Introduce a student? Dean Harris, personally finding me a teammate. She should be here any moment now. Mila, Southgate First Academy's only hidden class holder, the undisputed #1 prodigy. What is she doing here? Caden, Mila recently lost her team when all her teammates quit at once. She doesn't have a team either right now. Just follow her lead. I never expected the top-ranked student to also be without a team. Caden, join my team. I can guarantee your safety in the dungeon. You don't need to do anything. Just follow behind me. Caden, what are you doing? Dean Harris, I never said I wouldn't team up with Mila. I'll join her, but only if I'm the captain. You want to be captain? Caden, the captain's position has always gone to the most capable. Caden, what makes you think you're qualified to be captain? If you're not convinced, let's settle it in the arena. Since you've both made up your minds, let me announce the rules. First, there is a light blue boundary line on the training room floor. Step outside it and you lose. Second, this is a sparring match, not a death match. If anyone goes for a killing blow, I will end the match immediately. Third, if either side surrenders or I determine the outcome is decided, the match ends. Anyone who keeps attacking after a surrender will be penalized. Is that clear? Clear. Good. Then let the match begin. Caden, don't say I'm bullying you. For the entire fight, I won't use a single skill. Mila, I'll take that promise as a joke. I'd hate for you to lose later and still have an excuse that you weren't going all out. Arrogant fool. Mila's sword strike, though without any skill activation, already carries a blade aura as sharp and cold as frost. Speed, power, angle, all perfectly controlled, worthy of Southgate First Academy's only hidden class holder. Her base stats alone already crush 99% of all students. So how will Caden respond? What? He just tanks the hit head on, and it looks like his strength might be even higher than Mila's. That strike was only at 50%, but it should have been enough to overwhelm 99% of students her age, yet he catches my blade head on. How is that possible? My strength stat has always been leagues ahead of everyone my age. How can his be even higher? Mila gets knocked back. A support class just pushes back Southgate First Academy's only hidden class holder. Mila, are you sure you still want to fight without skills? That was only the first exchange. What's the rush? I won't hold back from here on out. Caden's agility stats are clearly absurdly high too. Otherwise he couldn't possibly keep up with Mila's level of offense. Is he really just a support class? Could Caden's class have mutated? How else can anyone explain what's happening right now? I admit it. I underestimated you. Your strength is beyond what I imagined, but I will not lose. Mila unleashes her skill, Glacial Slash. It's over. The raw power is terrifying. An attack like this, forget about students her age. Even an early ascended phase fighter taking it head on would take serious damage. You lose. I lost. I actually lost. I used the Frostmoon Sword Saint's most powerful skill and I still lost. You. What skill did you just use? I used the Celestial Sovereign skill Flash. It transforms my body into pure lightning for a split second, achieving near instant movement, too fast for the naked eye to track. Even Mila couldn't react in time. I lost. I'll join your team. You have successfully invited Mila to your team. The stat bonuses are this high: strength over 1,000, agility over 1,000. So this is what a level 20 peak spirit phase hidden class holder brings? All these skills. I'm finally not just the punching bag support anymore. Caden, your class. Dean Harris. My class has undergone some degree of mutation. I'd rather not go into the specifics. A class mutation. It seems my guess was right. Caden, I'll look into your blacklisting thoroughly. The report has already been submitted to the Enforcement Bureau, but the school has the right to review the case. If the evidence truly has problems, I'll find a way to clear your name. Thank you, Dean Harris. Alright, this match is over. Caden, congratulations on becoming captain. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come to me. Thank you, Dean Harris. Captain, is there anything I should prepare for this afternoon's dungeon run? I've already put together a strategy guide for the dungeon. Just need to finalize a few things and it's done. Alright, you keep working on the strategy, I'll go prepare some items we'll need for the dungeon. See you this afternoon. Guess what I just heard? The whole school is talking about that loser Caden. Everyone's saying the guy has zero morals and terrible character. He deserved to get kicked out. When I walked past the announcement board, I saw Caden standing there with his face completely drained. The look on his face was priceless. Oh, Blair, I heard that Mila lost her team too. All 4 of her teammates submitted their withdrawal at the same time yesterday. Team Frostbite officially disbanded. Mila? A hidden class holder? Blair, why don't we try to recruit her? We're short one person anyway. Right. If we could get Mila, who in Southgate First Academy could beat us? Mila? She's a hidden class holder. If you recruit her, do you really think you'll get any spotlight in the exam? She'll steal all the glory in every dungeon. You'll just stand there as background extras while she does everything. Then, what about our last team member? The exam requires 5 people. We're short exactly 1. I've already arranged the last member, don't worry. She'll be transferring to Southgate First Academy in a few days. A transfer student? Who is it? Celeste, heir to Hartwell Corporation. Hartwell Corporation? The one that built its empire on combat gear, worth over 10 billion? What other Hartwell is there? That's amazing! With Celeste, she's the real deal. With her on our team, we'll skyrocket in the exam. A major benefactor joining the team means we'll never have to worry about gear or items again. Oh right, this afternoon. The school is taking us into the Withered Forest dungeon. Do we need to prepare anything? Should we buy some healing potions? What's there to prepare? With our team's strength, we can just steamroll right through. Dungeons aren't that dangerous. We've always breezed through them before. Besides, those healing potions aren't cheap. Each one costs a few hundred. Wouldn't it be better to save that money for gear? Well, if it isn't Caden, what's wrong? Can't even last one day? I thought you were tougher than that. Now you've come crawling back to beg us. Caden, if only you had just behaved yourself and not acted out. Would things have come to this? Caden, I'm telling you, the only people who can undo your blacklisting are the 4 of us. If you're really sincere, get on your knees and beg. Maybe if we're in a good mood, we'll withdraw the report. I just came back to grab some of my stuff. Why are you all so worked up, just putting on a brave face? That guy is still talking tough even now. Next time, even if he gets on his knees and begs to come back, I'm never giving him another chance. Alright, forget about him. Let's focus. Once Celeste transfers in, our team is going to take off. When that happens, a loser like Caden won't even be worthy of shining our shoes. Hey, isn't this our school's big celebrity? A blacklisted member with no teammates. What are you even doing here? Don't tell me you're trying to enter the dungeon solo. Craig, maybe he doesn't know the rules. You need at least 2 people to enter a dungeon. We should be nice and remind him. Caden, don't blame Craig for being blunt. That's just how he is. He's got no filter, but what he said has some truth to it. Your situation makes it really hard for you to stay at Southgate First Academy. Instead of wasting time here, you should start thinking about your future. If the exam path is closed, then find another way. Caden, why so quiet? How about this? Let me set you up with a job. Come shine my shoes. $100 a pair. Glacial Slash. Ah, who did you say has no teammates? That's the number 1 in the whole school, Mila. Captain. Mila reporting in. Captain? Mila called Caden captain? Southgate First Academy's top prodigy Mila is actually on Caden's team? What is going on? How did Mila end up teaming with him? Wait, did you notice Mila's attitude just now? She seemed really respectful toward Caden. Respectful? That's an understatement, didn't you see? When she walked up to Caden, her whole expression softened. That icy aura she always has just disappeared. What's there to brag about? 2 rejects paired up together, that's all. At the end of the day, nobody wanted either of them. Even together, they still can't take the combat exam. Blair's right. So what if he teams up with Mila? Once they enter the dungeon, Mila will be doing all the fighting by herself while Caden just stands around useless. It's the principal. The principal? That's the principal of Southgate First Academy? This is my first time seeing him in person. Why did he suddenly show up today? He doesn't even attend faculty meetings. Principal, what brings you here personally? I've come to make an announcement. The 4-school tournament will be held next week. This Withered Forest dungeon run will select the top 2 scoring teams to represent Southgate First Academy in the 4-school tournament. Every team must take this dungeon trial seriously. The 4-school tournament is next week? Doesn't it usually happen 2 weeks before the exam? Why is it so much earlier? I heard last year's winning team each received an Ascension Stone. That thing can instantly elevate a level 20 Spirit Phase fighter straight to Ascended Phase. That's not all. Even the lowest prize is 100,000 Imperial coins. Team Frostbite used to dominate every year, but they disbanded this time. Without Team Frostbite, this qualifier is wide open. Anything can happen in a dungeon. Any of the top 10 teams could make it. Our team has a shot too. Why wouldn't we? With a bit of luck, if we get high-scoring monsters, we might just climb right up. Blair, we've got this one in the bag. Team Frostbite is gone, and no other team is particularly strong. With our lineup, top 2 should be a walk in the park. Don't celebrate too early, but it is a good opportunity. Once we make it into the 4-school tournament, we'll bring Celeste onto the team. When that happens, top universities at the exam will be ours for the picking. Time's almost up. Let's head into the dungeon. Let's go. Captain, are you alright? I'm fine. Captain, which path do we take? The one on the left, the narrow trail lined with dead trees. Danger often comes with opportunity. On the right, the path is wide open, but covered in thorns. Captain, let's take the dead tree trail. Hold on. To be safe, let me send an arcane puppet to scout ahead first. Arcane puppet, go! Wait, how is there absolutely nothing on this path? Something's off. Let the puppet go further. Connection lost. Arcane puppet destroyed. Just as I thought. This entire path is a trap. A trap stage? Doesn't that normally only appear in high-level dungeons? The Withered Forest is just beginner difficulty. But if this path itself is a trap, then the fact that no aberrant beasts appeared along the way actually makes sense. This dungeon is more than it seems. Stay sharp. Let's move. Arcane Puppet? What is that student's name? His name is Caden. Senior year, class 5. His class is a rare class called Burden Bearer. Burden Bearer. Rare class. Good utility. And to master the craft of building arcane puppets at his age, that takes real dedication. But being able to make scouting tools doesn't mean he can survive in a dungeon. Only true strength matters in the end. Blair, is everyone okay? Blair, which path should we take? What's there to think about? This path is obviously the best spot for farming monsters. Look at the right path, it's all thorns. Not only is it hard to walk through, there's clearly nothing high level there. The left path is dark and eerie. High chance of spawning higher level aberrant beasts. Craig's right, this kind of path just screams action. The monsters in there are definitely high level. But come to think of it, if Caden were still here, he'd probably waste time pulling out that arcane puppet thing to show off again. Oh, for sure, messing around with some dumb puppet for ages. Other than showing off his fancy little tricks, what good does it do? Total waste of time. Enough. Stop talking about that coward. Now without Caden dragging us down, our team's efficiency should go way up. We're taking one of those top 2 spots. Let's move. Where are the monsters? There's not a single one? What kind of garbage path is this? It looks all dark and creepy, but there's absolutely nothing. This is so annoying. Where are the monsters? Come out already. Ah, Dawn, why haven't you shared my pain yet? Does anyone have a healing potion? Craig, you're a grown man. You can't handle a little scratch? You want to use a healing potion for this? Our team only brought 2 for emergencies. If we use them now, what do we do when things get really dangerous? Enough. Stop wasting time. Keep moving. Blair, maybe we should switch paths. Something about this one feels wrong. One tiny setback and you want to run? You want to switch paths? Where's your warrior spirit? Craig, you just got spooked by that hit. It was a fluke, nothing more. Don't tell me you're scared. Let's go. Slash. Wait, Captain, if you keep cutting through like this, even as a hidden class holder, you can't sustain that kind of energy drain. But the problem is, if we don't cut through these thorns, how do we get through? Purification powder. The main ingredients are sacred dust and stillgrass extract. These thorns have been growing in this eerie dungeon, soaked in ashen fog for years. They've absorbed the dungeon's malice, sprinkled the purification powder on them, and it neutralizes that malice to a certain degree. They go from blocking intruders to becoming soft enough to pass through. Captain, you really know your stuff. Captain, watch out. Take this. System, scan its stats. Level 15? A beginner difficulty dungeon. Normal monsters are usually below level 10. Even elite monsters rarely go above 12. But this creature is already at level 15. Damn it. It got away. Stat share activate. This is the sword aura I just unleashed? Captain, these numbers, I can feel my stats have at least doubled. Is this the power of the burden bearer? Sharing your own stats with your teammates. But these numbers are way too extreme. Could his stats really be more than double mine? Uh-oh, it's some kind of summoning skill. So what? With your stats right now, you really think you can't handle these things? You're right! With the captain's stats, these monsters are just free experience. How much experience does each monster give? 15 points each. 30 or 40 of them. That's principal. What is it? What is Myla's class? Frostmoon Sword Saint. A hidden class. Extremely powerful combat arts. She hasn't reached first ascension yet, right? But the attack she just used, that sword aura, is already on par with someone who just broke through to first ascension. Dean Harris, how much do you know about this Caden? Senior year, class 5, level 16, rare class, burden bearer. His former team, Team Dawnlight, consistently ranked in the top 5. The type of student who never causes trouble but never stands out either. He was reported by his entire team yesterday and put on the blacklisted member list. But this morning, he fought Myla in the arena. Caden, a support class, fought Myla? Principal, what makes Caden extraordinary is hard to put into words. It's better if you see for yourself. A support class actually beat Myla, a hidden class holder? That's Screech. It's a hollow-face owl. They're in trouble now. A hollow-face owl's death cry summons others of its kind. What a shame. It's too late to run now. Dean Harris, prepare to intervene for a rescue. Yes, sir. Wait, what is this? 300 points. That number already surpasses most of the teams here. Dean Harris, has Caden undergone a class mutation? According to Caden himself, yes, his class is mutated. It seems that after his class mutation, Caden's class quality has jumped to the level of a hidden class. Unbelievable. Right before the exam, Southgate First Academy has produced yet another hidden class holder, and a support-type hidden class at that. Dean Harris, Myla and Caden's team only has 2 members right now, correct? Yes, Principal. All 4 of Myla's teammates quit at once, and Caden was kicked from his team. The 2 of them were thrown together on short notice. The exam requires a team of 5. It would be a joke if our school's only 2 geniuses can't even get through the exam door. The other schools would never let us hear the end of it. Principal, to be frank, I already surveyed every team in the school this morning. There are no teams with open slots. I also privately asked several captains of full teams, but they all said with the exam so close, they're unwilling to change their lineup. Think outside the box. Didn't those blacklisted members at our school also have no team? Principal, you're suggesting Caden's team recruit those blacklisted members? Those people each have a more eccentric personality than the last. Can Caden and Mila really accept teammates like that? Alright, I get it. Once Caden and Mila come out of the dungeon, I'll have a talk with them. Damn it, we should have turned back ages ago. That path had 0 monsters. And it was dangerous as hell. I said we should turn back when I got hurt. If we had turned around then, Wade and Dawn wouldn't have. Craig, don't say things that hurt team morale. Fine, drop it. We're all on the same team. Blair, do you still have healing potions? We're all injured. If something else hits us in this condition, we won't be able to handle it. Healing potions? I only have 2 healing potions left. Those are critical strategic supplies. We're supposed to be competing for the top 2. If we use them now, what happens if someone gets hurt again later? What do? We've wasted too much time. Other teams have definitely pulled ahead in points. Let's go. We need to move. Wait, look over there. What is that? Oh my, that's Team Dawnlight. Blair, Craig, what happened to them? Those injuries. What did they run into? Make way. Look, it's Team Dawnlight. Aren't they a constant top 5 team? How are they out so soon, right? How long has it been? I think they were the first group to enter. It's only been about 2 hours. 2 hours and they're already out? How many points could they have scored? 0 points. I checked the rankings. Their team is in dead last. No way. They were the first ones in. 2 hours and they didn't kill a single monster? Did they get a team wipe the moment they entered? But even with a team wipe, you'd think they could pick off a few small monsters before getting teleported out. 0 points? How is that even possible? Were they just sightseeing the whole time? They have the same 0 points as our team, and we were literally just along for the ride. Isn't Team Dawnlight supposed to be top 5? How are they on our level? Hey, maybe they wanted to experience what it's like at the bottom. Ignore them. We just kicked Caden off the team. Our coordination hasn't settled yet, that's all. Besides, something was wrong with that dungeon. The Withered Forest's difficulty rating is definitely not just beginner level. Otherwise, with our strength, how could we have possibly ended with 0? Holy. Check out first place. Their score just broke 6,000. How much? 6,150. Am I reading that right? How much does second place have? Last I checked it was just over 900. It should have barely broken 1,000 by now. The team name says unnamed team. What the heck? They haven't even picked a name? Who runs a real team without a name? 6,000 points, how's that even possible? There's never been any unnamed team, so there's only one possibility. No, it can't be him. That loser who got kicked from the team? How could he score 6,000? On what grounds? Leveling up without even lifting a finger feels absolutely amazing. Level 18. In just this short time I jumped 2 whole levels. I'm sorry, Captain, I got too carried away killing. I stole all the kills. Captain, from now on, every kill goes to you. Next time we encounter an aberrant beast, I absolutely won't take it. I'll hold them at sword point and let you finish them off. No need. When you actually catch up to me, then you can worry about being generous. After all, I don't want my teammates dragging me down. Caden, just you wait. Once I break through to Ascended Phase, I'll show you who's chasing who. Perfect. She takes the bait. This girl really does respond to a challenge. Alright, I'll be watching. You jerk. I refuse to believe I still can't beat you after reaching Ascended Phase. Captain, the thorns up ahead seem to be thinning out. Looks like we're about to clear this thorn trail. Captain, something feels off about this place. That tree looks strange, be careful. A boss. Snow step dance. Wait. Ascended Phase level 23. A real Ascended Phase monster. How can a beginner dungeon have an Ascended Phase creature? Mila, get back. What? Glacial Slash. How is that possible? That tree isn't dead. This is that monster bird's nest. I'm sorry, Captain. It's my fault for not listening to you. An Ascended Phase boss. Looks like I'll have to handle this myself. Can someone explain to me why there is a monster above first ascension in a beginner dungeon? What was the Enforcement Bureau doing during their preliminary inspections? How did the Enforcement Bureau conduct their checks? 3 times, 3 inspections, and they still rated a dungeon with a first ascension monster as beginner difficulty. Now isn't the time to assign blame. Go outside and prepare to calm the students. Mila has lost the ability to move. Caden should activate the forced teleport to exit the dungeon any moment now. Wait, no. It looks like Caden has no intention of leaving. What is he waiting for? Is he going to abandon Mila? That fool! Why is he hesitating now? He's the captain. Why isn't he leaving the dungeon? No more waiting. Send staff into the dungeon immediately to rescue Mila. We cannot let Mila die in there. She's our school's. Wait, what is that? Isn't he a support class? How does he command the power of lightning? The power of lightning. He raises his hand, calls down the thunder, and finishes it in a single strike. Thank you, Captain. Captain, the boss is dead but the dungeon is collapsing. We need to get out now. Go ahead, wait for me at the exit. Public glory achieved. Fame earned. Team point acquisition conditions met. 80 team points received. Current team points remaining, 100. Mila, from today on you're my goddess. That was incredible. Dream on. She's the school beauty. Every girl in school wants her. You think you have a shot? By the way, Caden had it way too easy. No kidding. Mila single-handedly carved through the entire dungeon while he sat in the back leveling up and racking up points. Unbelievable. That Ascended Phase monster was killed by Caden, not me. That's impossible. Isn't he a support class? How does a support class kill a first ascension monster? Oh, I get it. Mila let Caden have the kill. Think about it. She slashes the boss down to almost nothing, then lets Caden land the final blow. That way he gets the boss kill on his record. No way, she's spoiling him that much. No need to explain, but let's go. No point explaining to them. Caden got insanely lucky. We kick him off the team and he turns right around and starts riding Mila's coattails. We fought for our lives. couldn't kill a single monster and crawled out covered in wounds. Meanwhile, he walks out at number 1 on the leaderboard. All Caden does is hide in the back and soak up experience. He comes out acting like nothing happened. He just got lucky because of someone else's work. If it weren't for Mila, he'd still be that blacklisted member who can't even enter a dungeon. But now he's riding her coattails. Enough. So what if Caden got first place this time? There are only 2 people. They don't even have enough members to enter the exam. Quiet. Check whether all teams have exited the dungeon. Principal, verification is complete. All teams have exited except for 2. Which 2? Team Daybreak, 4 members total, and Team Ironwall, 5 members total. Remember this moment. The path of a fighter is never smooth. Every time you enter a dungeon, you are gambling with your life. Only the strong walk out alive. Only the strong can protect what truly matters. Caden, I've learned from Dean Harris that your class is mutated. Can you tell me more about it? Of course, I'm only asking out of personal curiosity. You're free to choose to answer or not to answer. Apologies, Principal. I'm still figuring out my class abilities myself. Once I've worked it all out, I'll give you the full details. Since you're still in the exploration phase, I won't press further. This credit card holds 100,000 Imperial coins. It's the school's reward for outstanding dungeon performance. And this is a private training room pass, exclusively for top students. With this card, you can access the exclusive training room on basement level 1 of the school building. It's equipped with advanced training gear and an energy focus array, which are great for honing skills. Thank you, Principal. Alright, that covers the rewards. Now, let's discuss the real issue. There's less than a month until the exam at most. The exam requires teams of 5. Your team is still short on members. How do you plan to fill the slots? The only ones willing to join us are probably students in equally desperate situations. Exactly. At this point, the only people who could realistically become your teammates are the school's former blacklisted members. But let me be clear. Even though I'm the principal, I have no authority to force students into teams. However, this is what I can do for you. The contact information for those blacklisted members is all listed here. Whether you can convince them to join is entirely up to you. The reason for blacklisting is killing a teammate. Sable was added to the blacklisted member list last year. She is currently the only blacklisted member whose exact whereabouts the school can confirm. As for the others on the list, the school is still trying to reach them. You don't need to worry too much about that. Regarding the full story behind Sable's blacklisting, I can give you a verbal briefing with more details. Of course, these are all unverified accounts. Take them as reference only. Reportedly, here's what happened. Sable's original team ran into an accident during a dungeon run. One of her teammates didn't make it out alive. The problem is, that teammate's body was later found at Sable's residence. To be precise, she brought the body home and planted it in a flower pot. Principal, is this Sable some kind of psychopath? Whether she's a psychopath or not, I've never met her in person. I can't make that judgment. But the fact that she was placed on the blacklist is real. After all, what normal person would do something like that? Principal, is Sable still living there alone? As far as I know, yes. For over a year now. Her level should still be stuck at 10, where it was a year ago. Without a team, she can't enter dungeons, so she has no way to level up. Level 10 is definitely low, but it doesn't matter to me. After all, I have the ability to change someone's class. Whatever Sable's original class and level are doesn't matter. What matters is her potential. I've told you everything I can. This blacklisted member's information is right in front of you. What you do next is entirely your call. Principal, there's no time to waste. Tomorrow, I'd like to take a leave with Mila and go meet this classmate who lives by the cemetery. A leave of absence? Of course. You two are now priority students at our school. That much privilege I can grant. But let me be clear about one thing. Sable is a special case. Brace yourselves. Understood. Good. That's all for today. Go get some rest. Tomorrow's problems are for tomorrow. Captain, are we really going to recruit Sable? Captain, when we go see Sable tomorrow, I'm not great with words. I'm afraid I'll mess things up. Don't worry. Just be yourself. Whether Sable is really the way the principal described her, we won't know until we meet her. Of course, if Sable truly is a psychopath, or the kind of person who would put her teammates in danger, I won't recruit her either. We need teammates, but we're not that desperate. Right. Got it. Captain, I'll head back now. Let me know when we leave tomorrow. Wait, Withered Essence, take it. No, I can't take that. Captain, I really can't accept this. That Ascended Phase boss was killed by you personally. You're the one who saved me. I didn't do anything useful. Most of the experience went to me. And now you want to give me the Withered Essence too? Wouldn't that make me just dead weight on this team? I'm not giving it to you. There's a price attached to this. What price? The price is this. Breakthrough to First Ascension within 3 days. After reaching First Ascension, reach level 25 within 1 week. That's it. That's it. Captain, I will do it. First Ascension in 3 days. Level 25 within a week. Good. I'll be watching. But once I reach First Ascension, I'm challenging you again to take back the captain's seat. Anytime. Your growth equals my growth. Want to beat me? Good luck with that. Your teammate Helena has killed 1 snow lion. Experience gained, plus 10. You share your teammate's experience. You gain 10 experience points. Helena started running dungeons. At the rate Helena is farming monsters, it won't be long before I level up without lifting a finger. This really does feel pretty great. In that case, let me go check on Helena. Mr. Ward, nobody move, stay in bed. Blair, I saw your team score from the Withered Forest dungeon. Blair, I need an explanation. I looked through your team's records. The worst your team ever scored since starting high school was second in the class. And now, 0. Do you know what that means? It means you walked in, killed nothing, and got carried out. Mr. Ward, there really was an accident this time. That dungeon's difficulty was off. We picked the wrong path at the start. An accident, other teams walked in, realized something was wrong, and immediately switched paths. Even the last team to react pulled out within 30 minutes. Look, I'm not here to blame anyone. I just want you to understand one thing. This dungeon result is a wake-up call. If this keeps up, forget the 4-school tournament. Whether you can even pass the exam is a question. Caden was on your team, right? I remember he was always with you. But today I see he's a blacklisted member, and teamed up with Mila for the dungeon. What happened? We kicked Caden off the team yesterday. Kicked him off? At this point, less than a month before the exam? Someone tell me why. His class, Burden Bearer, can share stats and share damage. That's one of the strongest support classes among all rare classes. Mr. Ward, that's true on paper, but that guy was just too slow. Every time before entering a dungeon, he insisted on preparing a mountain of strategy guides. It killed the team's efficiency. Exactly. And Mr. Ward, you don't even know. That Burden Bearer looks impressive on paper, but every time we faced anything strong, he'd go down after a few hits. We'd still have to chug potions and tank it ourselves. Caden had poor tanking ability? Yeah. You think so too, right, Mr. Ward? That guy got himself seriously injured in every single dungeon run. We had to take care of him on top of everything. Honestly. Caden's class is Burden Bearer, a functional support class. And you made him tank damage? The Burden Bearer's core ability is absorbing the damage his teammates take onto himself. He was never a warrior, yet you made him tank hits. And making strategies? That's a good habit. It's professional discipline. It's the most basic form of respect for your teammates' lives. And you treated it as a weakness? Here's what I think. Blair, get Caden back on your team. Otherwise, based on the level of performance you showed in the dungeon today, this team will fall apart sooner or later. Mr. Ward, I understand you mean well, but you may not know the full picture. We made a sudden roster change. Anyone would need an adjustment period. Today's bad dungeon run was largely because of that. But that doesn't mean Caden was important. Quite the opposite. Kicking him off the team was the right call, one we made after careful consideration. Blair, I'm not rejecting your decision. I'm trying to make you understand that when a team has problems, the first thing to do isn't to blame others. Instead, ask whether the problem might be with yourselves. Mr. Ward, I appreciate your concern, but who's on this team should be up to me as captain and my teammates. Very well then, Blair. Let me stress, I was only offering advice for your team's benefit. I'm not forcing anything. Of course, if you feel I've overstepped, then pretend I never said a word. I won't offer advice like this again. Alright, that's that. Keep resting and healing. I need to step out. Blair, your injuries aren't healed yet. Where are you going? Personal business. My mother said she was going to run a dungeon this morning. I need to go check on her. Helena is still in the dungeon. It might take a while longer. What do you need? I need a first ascension stone crafted. Wait, is this withered essence? Great quality. Fresh too, right? Just farmed today? The stone's base was prepared in advance. Tiger tail essence isn't something that comes in every day. Usually customers bring their own materials. We handle the infusion and activation. It can only be used at level 20. Once you hit 20, this thing will come in handy. Hey buddy, flying solo? We need one more. Want to team up for a quick dungeon run? Sorry, not planning to run any dungeons today. That so? Too bad then. Kid, you've got eyes on you. Get out of here while you can. Thanks for the heads up. Want to mess with me? Let's see if you have what it takes. Didn't expect that kid to be so cautious. He didn't take the bait. Looks like some ordinary, broke kid. But then he drops coin on 3 sets of core materials for ascension stones. Zane, keep your eyes on him. The moment we get an opening, we move. Oh, leveled up again. Caden, what is Caden doing here? This is the dungeon zone. It's the middle of the night. What's he doing all the way here from school? A first ascension stone. Caden, what is this? Take it. No, I can't. This is way too valuable. Caden, you haven't even reached level 20 yourself. You'll definitely need this later. How could I just— Helena, just take it. Besides, Helena, I just want our team to get stronger. Don't think I'm just doing you a favor. I understand, Caden. Don't worry. I'll break through to ascended phase as soon as I can. I won't hold the team back. Oh, Caden, there's one more thing. What is it? For the past 2 years, a shop owner here in the dungeon zone has been helping me treat my body. Now that my lightning poison is completely gone, I want to go thank her. I'll come with you. Alright, I'll lead the way. The shop is a bit out of the way and not easy to find. No problem, let's go. We're almost there. That shop owner has some amazing abilities. And she's actually young too. Who knows, maybe you and Caden might hit it off. What is going on? That smell. Why does it reek of death here? This isn't animal hair. Helena, do you know that shop owner's name? The surname is pretty unusual. It's Chayu. But as for the full name, I'm not sure. Everyone just calls her Sable or Miss Chu. That girl doesn't talk much. Whenever I go, she just works on the treatment. She never really talks about herself. Surname Chu. Could it be? Wait, this is the mark of the Godsworn. The Godsworn. What's that? A foreign organization. It originated in Sakura Nation. This cult has been growing for decades. Their followers are spread across the globe. They specifically target gifted fighters, especially young prodigies. The fact that this mark appeared here means the Godsworn have their eyes on this shop. My guess is Sable sensed the danger coming and evacuated in advance. Sable, the one person the principal listed as the only reachable potential teammate. I haven't even invited her to the team yet, and she's already been targeted by the Godsworn. We bow before the gods in Ghostfall. The gods grant us power. We offer flesh and blood to the gods. The way of Ghostfall, all things return to one.